Hello, hello. Okay, step 1. Game loaded. It's a good start. It's going well. Thick. Oh. Video, what's it? Frame rate limit. What do you mean unlimited? Let's cap that at 60. I don't need unlimited.
Unlimited? Come on, you've just got a new graphics card.
You want me to up it to okay.
At least try the damn thing.
Okay.
Like, your screens will freak the fuck out, but like, what's
Yeah, like my screen is the problem. What's NVIDIA Reflex? Can reduce latency on. Boost. On, I guess.
What, did you not just try setting it to max?
I don't know. Oh, here we go.
Quality presets.
Quality
Or auto detect graphics quality.
Ultra. Apply. Oh, hey, game. Yeah, it's a puzzle game. Now, I'm not using a colorblind mode. I am not colorblind. There is a colorblind calibration, which I think is really cool and nice and accessible, so that you can, you know, different, depending on what color blindness you have. But I mean, I didn't, okay. Okay, we just got to New Jerusalem, and then Pandora stopped a guy that looked like the guy on this. With chains, and then we've headed to a conference room, and it's challenging our definition of human. If you eat like a human, if you move like a human, think like a human, philosophize as a human, but your body's a robot, are you a human?
No, you're better.
And the first game was about you going through iterations to becoming a true artificial intelligence, like a true human. But this is kind of what we look like. I don't know if we can customize our...
What's broken now?
Oh, it shivered. That's so nice.
Destro shivered. Yeah, like, it should be fun in OBS, but I'm getting lines.
Screen tearing.
That's the word, thank you.
Alright, listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator.
That's us, we're 1K.
In a jiffy.
We're 1K.
Start life in the city, huh?
So we've just been born, and the founder was like, we need 1,000 people.
What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
And the founder was there like, put you live! I know.
The founder was there like when you died.
Yeah, I know. It's meta game. The founder was there like, oh, we should make 1,000 humans, know our limits. What's this? Claudia, there was something about the game I was saying. Oh, photo mode. Because I know you're colorblind.
Chloe's colorblind?
Yeah, Claudia's colorblind.
Oh.
There is a mode in a video that does... Oh. That's brightness. Colorblind settings. So that go through to help people. So, I don't... Obviously, for me doing the puzzles, I'd rather be able to see what colours I'm doing. But if you did decide, I fancy a really modern game for no reason. Who the fuck are you?
Hold on there. You're the newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000.
You're
I figured
666.
the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
It makes me feel curious.
Why?
Because all things considered, I'm lucky to be here to see this at all.
So the algorithm assigned you the optimism trait. If only we could all be so lucky. Now listen, this meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
Curious.
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
So we're baby just been born. So this... Seriously, the founder... What was that Seriously, what the founder was that thing in the sky? We all saw it, right? It didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. No, we all saw it. Can't confirm. I believe it's the sign from the founder. What else could it be on this day of all days? Pretty incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What does the founder have... energy insufficiency problems too? The founder works in mysterious ways. Maybe it really was a sign. A sign of life, not necessarily intentional, but a sign. So as we've blown enough to read, something weird is going on for sure, but we'll have to see. Riddles and puzzles are the foundation of our journey, so perhaps it will continue. Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, your hard work and faith in the founder's vision have finally paid off. As long as the goal has been established long ago, can finally be reached. The 1000th member of our family will be born, us, and our beautiful city will finally be complete. As the dam is limited, tickets will be made available via the lottery system. The celebration will also be streamed. Okay, this is our meeting. Can I change the colour of my bot suit? Yeah. Everyone else has fun colours. 7!
I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
Oh, you're the mayor.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Can anyone fill me in on what's going on?
Of course. I'm sorry you've been dragged into this. I'm sure this sort of adventure is the last thing you were looking for on your first day.
Actually, I think it's fascinating.
Ha! See? A fresh mind is open to the possibilities. Yakut, I think it's time for the briefing.
All right, here
Oh,
we go.
you're quite
Nice to
young.
meet you, by the way, 1K.
Aww.
We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We
Ooh.
recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
Mystery worth investigating.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected.
Well, you're an asshole.
Has been requesting an expedition for some time now.
Let me go!
And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I'm gonna do it.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved.
Yay!
Ivan, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, That's fine by me.
Let's fucking go! I'm in!
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Because the first game was all...
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It
Thank
is your
you.
home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Explore. Let's explore what we got. We've got research. Protocol, okay. Okay, there's 2 ender threads. There's logs of our conversations. Of the island, which I assume things will be added to. I haven't played this game before, by the way. This is a test. Please ignore. Just testing this video was probably this time. We don't have another incident like the Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public log. Bet that means something. Okay, let's have a little look around. When you say look around the city, what the fuck do you mean? Probably that way. Oh, shit. Hello, computer. Because the first one was all about finding, going to puzzles, finding philosophies. Oh, you and I can have a chat. Hi.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What's your vision of the future?
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us.
How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium.
I got an
Not
ice
only
pack
for the
on, sorry.
planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
How do you feel about Byron?
He
Byron?
is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city.
That's such a political
than you
answer.
or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable.
Yeah, I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Okay, I don't like you, politician man. I think that means I can't go that way. I want to explore the city. See, I thought this was a puzzle game.
Attention all citizens. Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the founder be with you.
It's very pretty. Are you people? Hello. God, you. Oh. Your couple?
Founder bless you.
That's so cute. I love this. Ah, Friends of New Jerusalem Museum of Stimulation.
Hello.
Wish I could wave back. Tablets of the Founder, Milton's Rest. Where's the Museum of Stimulation? Is this it? Oh, there's someone to talk to here. What's this? Tablets of the Founder. Okay. Create 1,000 citizens, remain balanced in all things. Be respectful towards each other, treat the traditions of our people, be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful to the progenitor, thankful to the keeper of memories. Keep a bright memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Tell me more.
The Founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Who were the first companions?
They were the first to be born after the Founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the Founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built.
Oh no.
And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the Founder's teachings.
What did the Founder teach?
The Founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it.
Josie sounds like
the Founder created
Pearl
so
from Steven Universe.
Strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Why did the Founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The Founder will return when she sees fit.
I have to get going. Thank you for talking.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Okay, so what's this way then? I was hoping for the Museum of Stimulation and I ended up in a religious area. I don't know. Is this a sign? Be prudent, conserve energy. Frivolous behavior harms everyone.
Hello.
Hello to you too. Oh, Jefferson. Hello.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
I was just born, so I have no frame of reference.
Oh, of course. One's first day in the city is always quite overwhelming. And today is a particularly unusual day.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
I like this. Which particular piece of history are you interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting. And not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
Because, like, this reminds me a lot of Outer Worlds. Because in Outer Worlds, you talk a lot, you make decisions, and it's about the people more than it's about
pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment.
So I quite like this so far.
You, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we?
Interesting. That's something to think about.
Then I'm glad that I was the catalyst for new thoughts.
Tell me about the sculpture.
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the Progenitor.
The Progenitor. Who is she?
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist.
That's pretty cool.
Everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Why do you admire her?
by studying her writings and recordings, I have learned that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Look at that skin. I wonder over a statue.
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past. And in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
I should get going.
Have a nice day.
That's kind of nice. It's a wearing copper patina. This is me. A wearing copper patina. That's nice.
DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further.
Ooh.
Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
Found the YouTube video of you playing the first one. Oh my god, that was ages ago. Oh, this one's broken. Okay.
The point 2 years gone by.
Yeah, that was ages ago. It's a good game. I never actually finished it. I might revisit it. Because Padme. Just because I got halfway up the tower, but the puzzles got really hard, and uploaded 3 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, the puzzles got really hard, and I needed help, and I didn't have many people who were around to, like, as frequently as people are around now.
Yeah, it was super unpresent in 2022.
The ancient human mastication apparatus required to frequent maintenance is devised as theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose. Though some scholars maintain the actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. Oh my fucking god. Gun. An ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, and law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world, on average, ancient humans killed hundreds times the population of New Jerusalem per year. Jigsaws? A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derive meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexander Drennan. While this latter one, the story was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. What's this? Microscope. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the components of the world they inhabited. This led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and other fields. What is it? Hold on. A fork. A simple utensil used to transport nutrients from an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. A printed edition of the complete works of Saturn Strug, a materialist philosopher who defined Talos principle, edited by Athantios T. Huber. Ritualistic sunset somethings. I know you've been looking for the event about my memorial, and it's disappointing. We would have them ready for completion day. We all have to make sacrifices to stay true. Those text adventures are the only thing that breaks me out of monotony. I prioritize the pointless completion day celebration over exhibits that people actually care about. Art's one of the last things we still actually do. Is that out the window as well? Debate regarding your power management plan is definitely welcome. You'll be able to express yourselves in the next election. This thread was meant as an announcement. I apologize for enabling replies to begin with. Okay, let's go to... Oh, hello, do you...
Happy completion day.
Okay, what's over here then? Are these stairs? How do I get in here? Reach for the stars. Curiosity is what makes us human. What this? Museum? Here it is. This is what I want to see. Visit New Jerusalem's Museum of Simulation. Okay. A replica gargoyle found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque, apotropaic symbols common in the Middle Ages. The most famous story of gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase Keith, David, and Goliath, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. A replica of Roman statue found in the simulation. The decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. In the other generations of our kind, there was only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far you've come, you would believe that together we can achieve anything. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. I will explore and see what I discover. Nothing is more important than learning about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. I'm going to look at all the exhibits first. I'll be right back. A replica... Oh, shit. A replica is a statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of the gods Talos was to hold Mat, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder of the founder that balance must be projected. Oh, that's cute. A replica of dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a distinct cultural echo of the dinosaurs. Originally a video game asset repurposed by the Institute of Applied Pneumatics. Sorry, there's stuff through here. I should do this guy first. I don't like how they zoom in on me.
Welcome to the Museum of
3?
Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
Good name, Cornelius.
You're number 3?
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Why did you create this museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Tell me about the simulation. It's the whole last game.
Was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Pneumatics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning.
Oh.
Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process, to keep the simulation going forever.
The last
In
game.
the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
I heard him in my dreams.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
Tell me about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened to Milton in the end?
No one really knows.
Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disc, and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
What do you believe?
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him, or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded.
That makes sense.
Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
I'd like to know more about puzzles.
Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play.
It is.
Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation. And although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall.
Ooh, fun.
He's
Let's
an
go talk to him.
interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
All the voice actors in this so far have been very pleasing. What was Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disc. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Thank you. Okay, so we have a replica of a hexahedron used as a puzzle element in the simulation. The founder used them to activate pressure plate, scale walls, elevate connectors, and a variety of other ways. A replica of the computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to files on the EL system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton Library Assistant. Okay, let's just go around. Some messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished, others have appeared. How many others have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I found myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works. I'm terrified to put one foot in front of the other, lest I fall through the floor. Like, how cool is that? Like, anyway. Here he is. Oh, here's one of it's someone.
Just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Sure, okay.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
They call me 1K.
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000.
You're 303.
I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers they forget what really matters. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
I might if you answer some questions for me.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I'm actively pondering.
What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
Thanks, I'll be leaving now.
Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
I'll keep posted. Terminal in the middle. There's 3 terminals. Terminal in the middle. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. Scientist? You're a scientist. Laboratory first collapsed. Although you're not yet sick, your businesses are closed. Rations are dwindling. If you cannot find food, your family will starve to death. You must survive this plague. If you must survive until this plague is defeated, what will you do? Forage. You search some dumpsters and find some old fruit and vegetable peeling. Soup for dinner. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to the vital threat. If scientists cannot find a cure, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. Pursue a breakthrough? History seems to be littered with eureka moments held on the step to change human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remains the same. Current research level 0%. The virus is still... Global population is now 4 billion. What will you do? Forage. Find some nettles, overripe berries. It'll make a meager salad. Family is now starving. They won't survive much longer. 3 billion. It's not glamorous. Most scientific research consists of repetitive testing, samples, regimented recording. Research levels increased a little. Research is reliable but inefficient. Virus has now been isolated. Global population is 2 billion. So things are bad enough as the human population dwindles. The insect population have exploded. Plague as locusts has decimated the crowns of ripened crops. Perhaps your family still has a chance. The insects themselves are nutritious and plentiful. What will you do? Eat locusts. Locusts are well fed and lazy. You grind them into a nutritious paste. Your family's hungry. Increase your families are hungry. But humanity is... The cure is close, but so is the tipping point. A race against time. Can you save the world? Research, I guess. It's not glamorous. Research 67. Work has become developing an eye program. Unfortunately, the scientists failed to defeat the virus in time. Okay. So this has got to be possible to do, right? So let's go scientist. We're going to forage. That's fine. We have time for 3 researchers, right? Your family's now hungry. 5 billion. Somewhere we research, we get 33. What do you do? We're going to forage. Research. We're at 67%, right? Bad enough plagues, we're going to eat the locusts, that's fine. I'd eat locusts in this situation. %. Suddenly a breakthrough antivirus. There's a fatality rate ones and anything. Release the antivirus. Okay. Congratulations! This is considered a win scenario by majority of the participants. Okay. I did it. Oh, it makes the same noise.
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions.
What was that?
Before our ancestors died, they built an iterative simulation, gave it access to the archive, and hooked it all up to the hydroelectric dam which still runs this city. What you experienced on that terminal was one of the fossilized remains of that program.
Where did it come from?
Many of the artifacts we study have no clear origin. We can't know whether our ancestors created them long before the simulation existed, or if they're just a product of our shared subconscious.
What was the goal?
The goal was to create a new consciousness, and thus propel humanity into a post-biological era.
Oh, the voice actors are so good. Where's the archive?
My life's work. A small sliver of our primordial ooze. It's a jumble of ancient data, or what it evolved into, and it's the source of almost everything we know.
Where's the simulation?
My appearance to you right now is part of the simulation. The lands and puzzles in our dreams are part of the simulation. It's the veil through which we see the world.
No further questions.
Then I have some questions for you. Your experience of the program. How did it feel?
It was fascinating.
Isn't it? It may not immediately seem like it, but all the answers we could ever need are encoded into every fragment of the archive. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible. It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
I tried multiple times and still couldn't save
I
everyone.
admire your dedication. That is precisely what's required if we're to understand ourselves fully. Who
I'm trying
did
my
you
best.
save?
Humanity.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Ooh. Morality demands sacrifice for the greater good. It demands love and compassion regardless of the cost. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules. I think that's quite a good one. Individual rights. I can't think it could... Not to a simple set of rules.
View, and I can't tell you how much I disagree with you. The complexity of the simulation, indeed of life itself, puts most people off from even trying to understand it. But look a little closer. You feel inside yourself the truth of what is good and evil. Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize
I
our
like this
potential
guy.
as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research. I wish you well on your inwards journey.
Can I talk to you? No. Okay. What else we got? Oh. My eyes have been opened. This world is not without order. It is shaped by a great designer. Signs and portraits guide my steps. I'm one of his children. The challenges are set before me to test my faith. You used to be able to put messages in the old game. The panel. And then... replica of a pressure plate. Puzzle element used in simulation. These be activated by the weight placed on them, such as a hexahedron, a connector, or even the founder herself. Then we got one of the fans. Replica of a fan, a puzzle element in simulation. They could be used to repel an object if placed horizontally on the ground, or cause it to hover. Oh, yeah, so... Cloudy, the other day, when I was playing this in Discord, or you said, was this one that you had to avoid explosives? This is one of the explosives we had to avoid in the puzzle. A replica of electrified sphere uses the obstacle puzzle element as the simulation. The founder sometimes places hexahedron on top of such object, demonstrating her lateral thinking skills. So that was... Wait, it was to the left? The guy that... Yeah, that was to... Okay. And then to the right over here is what? Oh, the door puzzles. Hmm. Or for what I thought of at the time. Okay. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, these are the most awkward shapes. Okay. These are the only ones that have a proper direction. Oh, that's not entirely true. These also have a proper direction. Fog. Okay, that can go in there. Seriously? Okay. Okay. Closer. I think that might go there. Move this out of the way. Fuck. Ugh. I am open to help. Maybe that doesn't go there. We need a way to fill in the corners, right? So that's... That corner's then filled in. That corner's then filled in. Okay. No, we can't do that because that makes that too long. What about that instead? And then that there. And then we can put a zigzag there. And that can go there, maybe? Maybe that there. It's the wrong way round. Both the wrong way round for that, but... Oh? That's wrong, isn't it? Fuck. Oh. That's so annoying. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, cool. I'm sure there's an achievement for doing all of those. But let's go join let's go see what other... Oh. I explore the Museum of Simulation in its entirety. Okay. Oh, and a thingy. No, I want... Where's the pressure plate gone? Oh, I'm lost immediately. Pressure plate. Give. Connector. We'll make a little pile of objects. Is there a jammer at all? Oh. Okay, so we can get a connector to go... Take this connector out. Okay. I don't know what that does. Oh, okay, there's the shape we need. Okay. Oh, that probably turns on the fan. I just don't have a fan there right now. What? Can we see the thing we need from up here? I don't think we can, because if we need to... Where is it? Up here, around here, this one. Okay. I don't know why that's needed. Because we could just... So am I supposed to go... we've got to get to there, right? Okay, okay. Okay, and then... Okay. So what would... Is this on right now? No. What would... Oh, I need the other one to turn it. Okay, hold on. Whip. And then once it's on, it should maintain itself? Is that how that works? Okay. So now it maintains itself, and I need that for some reason. That's why I need that. And then I can get the... I did it. Woo! Puzzle 1. Does the... Can I touch again? That's fun. So they're like, oh, this is the kind of thing that the founder had to do. So we do that. We've done that one. Is there another one, or is this just like, here is a prop-up one of... Okay. That's fun. I like that. I am just checking for secrets. Okay, so we got 2 achievements, and we haven't even started the game properly yet. It doesn't say no running in this museum, to be fair. Okay, so is this the exit now? Okay. That's where we need to go. What's in the... Do you have... Silton doors? Okay. There's another dome. Wait, was that part of the other dome? I'm having a moment. Because we can't get too wet. There's a nice run through nature while I avoid the main quest. I'm trying to find a gap in this wall. It might just end up leading back to where we're supposed to go. How deep can we get? Oh, okay. Protesters, okay. That dome looks closed. I assume was the garden that we heard over the radio. Okay. Let's go look at these protesters. Sign a petition for public referendum. New Jerusalem needs new forms of energy generation.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What's the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
What do you propose?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Yeah.
Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Good luck with everything. Provide your dignity to someone. Okay. Right, let's go on this expedition then, shall we? Oh, we're about to get stuck in the lift again.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
What do you make of recent events?
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability.
Oh my goodness, that's wasn't my question.
Proved human civilization is precarious.
That wasn't my question.
This apparition in the sky.
There we go, that's my question.
Your expedition to its supposed source. These are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
Thanks. Oh, helicopter! Let's go to the helicopter.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Yes, it's an opportunity we can't pass up.
I guess Byron was pretty convincing. Well, we'll see. I just wonder how much
By
of
the
the
chopper.
city is going to fall apart while I'm gone.
Probably most of it, to be fair.
Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melvin, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer. Saved you from the elevator.
Oh! Nice to meet you, people. Call me 1K.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Yes. I want to change my colour.
Here we go.
I won't be pork.
Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here. It's
There's
not
patterns
just
on the
about what
lift.
we find on that island.
Wow.
It's about who we want to be as a people, as
Ooh.
a civilization. To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
All right, this is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Okay. So now we're asleep.
Chosen a dangerous path, a path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future is built.
Okay. Thank you, Elohim. Big preach.
Wakey, wakey, robot people. Say goodbye to Elohim and say hello to the mysterious island.
Can you smell any?
Status report, please.
We hit some headwinds over the ocean, so fuel consumption turned out a bit
No?
higher than
What
expected.
did you smell?
We should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial
How much?
structures
Thank
we
you.
detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming
That's not
into
really
view
enough.
just about.
Maybe overheat a little.
Yeah, but just the fact
It's
that it's like half
Yeah, maybe. I can't smell anything though.
That is a bloody mega structure.
Oh, that's
If
big.
it had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
I think it's so mean they call them pyramid. They're like pyramid.
Is that pyramid okay?
It really is incredible.
Like, that's huge. Like, we're up in the sky.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Don't worry, I'm already streaming.
Have I ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And touchdown.
So we've just finished the prologue.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna look in here first. No, I'm not. That looks like the way to go. I'm gonna look around here first. There's a path.
This underground structure seems to be part of some kind of transport system. No power, though.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
Okay. That's cool. Oh my god, that's... I like the sprint speed in this. I like... Wait, what? Oh, I assume the thing on my HUD's the... Sorry, the music just... Oh, what's that? Oh, ooh! What's this? Let's go this... Is this just a regular ass statue? It's like a regular ass statue, but whatever this is.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those. Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
I can't do anything with those. Okay. We've got where the transport car is. We've got golden gates. Stick in the sky. Let's go that way. There's also eagle over there. Oh, stick in sky.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Okay. I don't want to activate anything before going into the angel building. Like, I probably will have to do that anyway. I'm just scared of missing stuff, you know? Okay, so there's a door I can activate with a hand. Okay. And then I want to look at the... There's an angel thingy this way, I think. Ooh, yeah, here we go. It reminds
looks like a temple.
me of the lift from the first game. New interface content. Wasn't entirely sure what to call this. Temple of some sort. Doesn't seem to be active in any way. The design implies some kind of significance, like it's hiding a secret. I mean, that's true. That is what it looks like. The Golden Gates, if you look, had the story of how we came to be roboting around, you know? Okay, so I just want to have a look at the big stick, wasn't it? Big stick mark where we need to be. Cool. Oh, there's 2 big sticks. But yeah, let's go activate this then.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Ooh. Talos principle. Fragment of the station of the universe. I grant you, then, that man is indeed like Talos, cannot escape this material nature despite the claims of metaphysics, as you many times said. Too many, perhaps. Repetition is the mother of teaching. At least my students are hard-headed. But what does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? That's the next question we must undertake to answer, being filled with the self, because that is what determines the existence of individuals. The self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen is within the city, the city is within the cosmos. So we must apply the principle that we have discovered a wider world and ask, if man is like machine, could that universe be similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact? The use of the term metaphysics in this context is like an error introduced in the Trebizond manuscript. The Facturo uses superstitions instead. Noma project. Power grid to unstable. Got it. Schematic. I got it. Can I share it?
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Okay. That's interesting. So it's the same file format as modern usage. But I want to go back to the Golden Gates because I just want to have a quick look-a-loo. I went the wrong way. This way. Because if we go to the Golden Gates a second, and we have a look at some of the... What's this? Okay. Golden Gates. Is it the other side of this? I can't remember whether it was. Here, right? We've got the computers, robots and the compute and a cat for some reason, and someone looking over us, which I assume is Elohim and the founder doing computery stuff with a cat. It's the building of stuff, generators, the dome, etc. It's the founding principles that we looked at in the city, and we've got something leading other robots, saying hello to other robots, and an owl for some reason. So, is this where the founder went? Oh. It's a something. It's the same thing that... yeah. It's the thing that appeared to... The purpley stuff is the same thing that appeared to us.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
Can we go see it?
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Or can we not get up there? I don't think we can get up there. Actually, if we can get to that bit... No. We can't. Okay. That answers my question. Let's go back. God, that's impressive. Is this where we were supposed to go back to? Board the capsule? Oh, we're just... Sure. I'll do it. Oh. It's comfy. Okay.
I'm connecting the transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Travel to East 1. Whoa!
Where's the capsule taking 1K?
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Thanks. Sorry, my bad.
We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
I like how they all have like profile picture type things as well. Like Byron's exploring, someone else has got something on their shoulder. Oh wow.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
That's the thing. Oh, Froggos! Look how detailed those Froggos are! Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go this way. I can't go that way. Oh, okay. I've gone to the right first. Let's go. Reconnection.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there be a puzzle?
Let's solve it and find out. 1K, go ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. So, I do this and I go this. Does that do it? No. I need a different connector. Oh, there's green. Okay. So I need both of those. Oh. That's a green, You have no tokens. Okay, they're hints. Okay. That's the hint.
Like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
So each puzzle has a backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
Red. Because, like, okay, so what happens if I combine red and green? It makes blue. Okay, so it does the other one. So if I want red, I need to do blue and green. And then connect it to that. Got it. I'm learning. Got another one. Okay. Then I want to do the same thing, right? Because it's another red one, so I want to take this and this, and I want to attach it to that. Oh, I can't attach it. Okay, so... I can't do... okay. So I need to... Okay. If I go green and red... That makes blue. That's not what I want. What does blue and blue do? Okay, it doesn't. Okay. I need green to come out of this. Okay, so that green comes out of that. And then I take green and I take blue and I go around here and I put that okay. And I put that down.
I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Does that mean I won? Okay, so that's one of what?
Headed for the lake.
Okay. Okay, I've solved both of these to get that. Got it. God, the music's so good.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
Okay. So if we want blue, we want the stuff that isn't blue. Oh. Puzzle time. Which means we get this. Brilliant. What does this want? This wants red. So if we want red, we take the stuff that isn't red and put that down. Got it. On board. And then we want, what color is this? Green. So we take the stuff that isn't green and we attach it to the green. These boxes are different as well, aren't they? They're slightly different. Okay, so we got another one. That should be the two we need. Wow. I am so impressed with this game so far. Okay, now the door should open, right?
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds. As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
Number 3.
What is this, a theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Okay. New interface content. Okay, that's stuff we've read. Okay. Not sure what the device may be building a bridge. Okay, we have a new social media thing. What's 1K like? Hey, I'm curious. Someone actually meant 1K. By the founder's Pistons. I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep this city functional, so we don't have to rely on Melva to reserve stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey, remember when you fixed the door to the mayor office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trapped one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. We really need new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this. We wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K to a cage of expectations. 1K would be whatever the progenitor intended him to be and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's polite and inquisitive, which is a very fine start. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art, which is true, because I don't. But without power and resources, there's no art, I'm just saying. But yes, you can have engineering that is art, and you can have art that is engineering. Okay. So, we need to put a weight on something. Good start. I have a weight. Let's... Oh. Put it on there. Great. So we have a green. We have a green and we have a red, which means we can access the blue. Okay. So we have a green and we have... Where's the red? I've lost it. And a red, which means we can access the blue if I put this here. Perfect. So now I have a blue. I need a blue and a green to access the red. Did I do that wrong? Oh. They can't cross paths. I'm remembering something. Right? So... Is there anything else in here? A box? Huh. That has to be there to keep that open. Alright, was there anything else in here? No. How do I do this without crossing the lasers? Because we need green. And we need blue. And that crosses, which blocks everything. Blue doesn't need to be open. Hold on. Only this and this need to be connected to this. It's still the problem, but like, where can I put this? There's no blocks. Anyone any ideas? Because I can do this and this. Maybe this one can stand on there. Hold on. And this one can stand... I don't really know, like here. And then this one can go here. Okay, so now we have green and red, which makes blue. And then we take blue. There we go. Puzzles. Puzzle 3.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
What's this then? Ah, it says seek the light elsewhere. We can restart the puzzle. That's fun. Where's 4?
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday. I could try to estimate an age based on erosion and plant growth, but I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else is.
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Okay, we found a journal from Hypatia's Journal, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 1, we finally fell from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but vegetation is going to make the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easy enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile the detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, and they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight, we will have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Baby steps. From the introduction to Are We There Yet? Where we came from, where we're going, and while you'll need snacks. Sometimes people point out the last few hundred or thousand years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at the mess that we've made. Look how modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it, it is ugly and messy, but the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is an end point. This is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads. They grow into children. Tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by their hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, they'll graduate and become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something, and the same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, we're just about to survive our childhood, and we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous, a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel like the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't made it out the tutorial yet. It's just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never gonna change. From the considerations of beginnings and endings by number 258. I think all the time Athena spent in the dead city changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully and naively in the optimistic ideas of Alexander Drennan, but walking through those ruins is a visceral experience. She spent a great deal of time there, looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction, entire species eradicated. Sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrive somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, to the extinction of humanity itself, is too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. And that's when she must have realized there's no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Is this not where 4 is? I'm confused. We might have to do these out of order. Oh, never mind. I found 4. Alternative options. Okay. That's for the fan. Okay, so we have to go. We have to put it overhead. We want green, right? So we need the. Okay, we need the. Oh, do I have to be up here? Oh, hold on. So we want this and this to go to here. And then if I get off of it, we can just put this on there. Is that... Oh. Nice and easy. Private message. Okay, we met in Jerusalem a few remember. I spoke to my friends. This whole Mystery Island expedition thing is a bit on the edge. They have some questions for you before I make any introductions. Do you consent to my gathering and sharing of... Wait, what am I signing up to? Look, my friends just want some reassurance they're the right kind of person. If you know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. You can back out any time, but don't... but if you don't engage in the process, well, you won't get to engage with the process at all. Sure. 6 questions, send a veteran procedure, we'll get results. Question 1, which is more important, making decisions, compassion or knowledge? Compassion? Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? Well, that it can be okay, but only very rarely. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? No one deserves to suffer unnecessarily. How it gets metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? The universe is really weird. It's pretty fucking weird. Question 5. Can things really change for the better, for good, or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? Human progress show things get better and stay that way. Final question. What's more important to success of civilization? To respect the lessons of our past or to rewrite the rules for our future? We should not disregard the wisdom that brought us here. And I say that because of things in our human history that are absolutely horrific that are currently being repeated. So it's like we should actually listen to what happened last time. Oh, hold on, we got last minute addition. Ugh, it's a weird one. I know who this one came from. Alright, question. Could praying for something make it more likely to come true? No. Well, it's if you genuinely believe, if you are placebo affecting yourself, you know, maybe it can. Incredible structure. Logic puzzles. Okay. Where were we? We finished this one. Okay. 5. This way. Oh, this is beautiful. Sets of strange locked puzzles. Yeah, these are the same doors.
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles at the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know one case probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
What we got? 5. Ooh, terminal. Trevor Pascal Donovan, I know his friends simply as Trev, and never Percy, who was part of the extended lifetime project, formed as the backbone of the simulation and the archive. He helped put together the hardware that made all of us possible. Like Alexander Drennan, he left behind a series of messages to the future, but unlike Alexander Drennan or R.K. Chernyshevsky, he was forgotten, and not one building or street in New Jerusalem is named after him. I dug up his files from the archive, and I've been thinking about them a lot.
So I heard that Alexandra is recording these time capsules for you out there, I guess? Robot people of the future, hi. And I thought to myself, surely they'll want to hear more than the wisdom and insight of a brilliant scientist like Alexandra Drennan. Surely they also want to know what I was thinking, a dumbass hardware engineer from Staten Island. Tell us about your insights, Trevor. Why did you spend your last months on Earth helping a crazy old Russian guy build the world's biggest backup drive? Well, let me tell you my story. When I was... Yes, Frank. I'm recording right now. Uh-huh. No. You know what? Why don't you go...
Oh, he was like the forgotten member of the group. Through the door. Okay, what we got? What does this do? Okay, well, step 1. Is this just a regular connector? Okay, that's good. Oh, there's a jammer in there. Okay. I need you to jam that one, so I can take this. Through here. Take at least put that on there for now. Do this, because... Oh, okay, and then because that's now open, I can do this and just walk through, okay? I haven't used jammers in a while, okay? Was that purple up there? Is this a ladder? No, but that's open at least, okay. What do we want? We need to get the blue out and about. I now understand. Okay. We need to bring the blue through this way. So we need this. This needs to be jammed. This needs to be... Can I can't. The closest connection I can make is there. So that's blue and that make green. Okay. Wait, could we do it round this way? What was round that way? Hold on, if it's not doing it anyway, what was round this way again? Why can I open this area up? You know what I mean? There's nothing there. Oh, did I pull something out of there? Oh, I can't remember. Okay. Open this. What keeps this door... The pressure plate keeps this door open. I don't think I can get both. Because that, I can do that, but I can't... How do I get... Let's do that for now. There has to be a reason I can do this. Because that's over there. What is through here? Is it just the answer? Okay. It's like I can do it if this, but as soon as I do this, it stops, right? So the jammer can't reach this, can it? Can the jammer jam that? Oh my god, it can. We did it. Ah. Incoming group call.
I have good news and I have bad news.
Oh dear.
Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I've fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
An impressive success rate.
Sarcasm. Famously helpful.
I was being sincere. Sorry, it was meant to be a drink.
Newbie. I'm just pulling your leg, which I helped make, by the way, so you better be grateful.
Let's stay focused. We're in unfamiliar territory. We can't afford to get distracted.
Al's right. Yaku, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty though.
Okay.
That humans may have died, but cats are alive. And honestly, that's the most important thing. Okay, so there's 3. I want to do. I want to finish here first, bitches. Okay, we've done that one. Okay. 6, 7, 8 this way. There's 6. I can see the 6. Oh, hello.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
It's beautiful, but it's decaying.
You're right. You're absolutely right. We had such ambitions in the beginning. But now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome, and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Of course, ask away.
You and Alcatraz seem to have an old friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
Nice. What do you think of the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
A mystery. Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important. Terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
Ross, roll puzzles.
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here, or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them. Perhaps a test.
That's all, thank you. 6. 6 was up on... 6 was that one. I missed some golden gates. Oh, maybe did I miss golden gates? Hold on. What's this question mark? This one right here. It looks very big on my HUD.
It's strange that some of these puzzles seem disconnected from the rest. Like it's all unfinished. Or still evolving.
Okay. So... okay, I can put this on there then at least. Come here. Okay, let's get that. Grab this. Okay, so we need to get blue in here. That's the goal. Got it. We got blue in there. Where's blue? Blue is around the corner. Okay. Okay, so we can do that. This is an RGB converter. That will allow us to... oh. If this is here, why don't I just bring it here? Oh, okay. Oh, so this... oh, okay, so we need to... Okay. So, first we need to... open it like this. And then we need to get... red and green and this to keep that open. Red and green and this. and then we take this. Oh. Oh, okay. Then we get... Hold on. I'm doing it. Just go up. Shit. Go up a bit then, you bitch. Right, and then that goes, and then I could take this away. Because that's self-sufficient now. Did it.
I hate solving puzzles myself, but watching you solve them is kind of fun.
Nice. Anyway, we got that question mark. Whatever this triangle thing was, we got it. Nice, go us. 6 is this way. And there's a question mark here? Is this question mark on the way or not on the way? How do I get up there? Oh. The last one provided me with stairs. I have to assume there's stairs, right? See? Maybe it's because I've done one triangle one. Six, 7, 8, and then there's 2 more question marks. What's... Oh.
Yes?
What's your evaluation of the megastructure?
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really?
Any progress?
Yes, but I'm not liking the results.
What are they?
Confusing, irritating, infuriating.
I like
Take your
them.
pick.
Tell me about yourself.
Founders, pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
Do you have any hobbies?
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really? Nothing?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
That's all, thank you. Okay. Question mark up there. Can I get up there? Where's that really close question mark gone? 7 question mark, yeah. Hey, the other triangle. Okay, cool. What's this? I don't know what's in here, but let's have a look. Why is this door open? We want that. So why can't I just move that to here? And then that door's open. We want... What do we want? We want green. So we can do this. And this to... that. But how do I... How do I actually connect it? You see the problem? Because these two lines are in the way. Do we have anything else? Oh, and the fence is in the way. Oh, this is just a whole big problem. Okay. Oh. No, I don't. I just want... Okay, so we have 2 more connectors. But we have no... Why are you connected together? Stop. Get some help. Okay, so we have 2 more connectors. Which means... we can take... Oh, we can stand here. We can go green to... Oh, fuck, we can't. Okay, green... So does one just have to stay here? And one has to go... Hold on. Can we keep the connections and can it go here? Apart from that, this one. That's fine. Break that connection anyway. Okay. That's good because that keeps that back door open to go around everything. Then we need this and this open. Perfect. Because then, when we get blue... Probably shouldn't do blue here. Oh, yeah, green can just go green to green. So it can just go like that. That's fine. And then blue has to go all the way around. Right? Wait, where's the blue converter? Yeah, blue has to... Because otherwise it's just in the way. Okay. So let's, hold on. Let's get this and this. And can I just do that? And get rid of, hold on. To get rid of that a sec. Okay. So now we've got this, and that can go this to like here. And this second one can go around like that. Oh, big brain. What brain?
What did you just upload?
A photo?
I mean, technically, you're right.
We love big brain, Alex.
Is that? I can't tell what that is.
How did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
What's... This is...
Interesting monument.
Something.
Decorative for another puzzle.
And then... There's another question mark this way. The books start heading towards 6, 7, and 8 puzzle. Terminal. Lefthrazar is perhaps the most mysterious of the first companions. A wanderer and mystic by nature, he would venture far from New Jerusalem on his own, recording his thoughts as he explored the harsh and distant lands. His recordings gathered him a group of devoted followers to whom he tried to impart his wisdom. 5358. In the troubled time following the founder's disappearance, Lefthrazar and his disciples set out on a journey to reach the opposite end of the world by foot. They have not been heard from since. That's his friend, isn't it?
In arriving on this island. The pleasure of being the first to step foot here in hundreds of years. It is a genuine pleasure, and yet it is also banal. My presence here is of no more significance than that of every other animal. These rocks do not care who walks here, and the millennia between the presence of our ancestors and my brief journey are nothing to them. But even putting it this way is wrong. It is not that the rocks do not care. It is that in some sense they do not exist. I may stand in awe of the cliffs on the southern coast, but the cliffs cannot look back at me with contempt. They cannot do anything at all.
How do I get to seat? I'm surprised me finding the recording of, you know, his friend. 6. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alternatives. Okay. So we want red. Okay. Okay. And then we have red and green, so we can do red and green to make blue. And then... oh, then it crosses over. Why is it called alternatives? Red. Oh no, we don't want red. We want green and blue, which I can't get currently. Green and blue. Okay, so let's keep all these connections and just shuffle it backwards to like here, because then it's like having a source, right? Okay. Then we take these bits and move them to that. That's fine. Let's move this over to here. Oh, shit. To here, where it's out of the way. Okay. So, wait, this produces blue. That produces blue and that produces green. So I can do this and this over here. Okay, to make this. That wasn't that bad.
The bridge ring seems to be fully charged now. Try accessing the tower, 1K.
No, I have other puzzles to do. Where's 7? Ooh. Layers. Self-sufficiency. Okay. Okay. Right. The first thing we do is get this out, right? Then we take... we go this, and then it won't work. Oh, it will work. And that way it doesn't have to do anything, right? Cool. We got that. So we have green open. That's blue. Okay. Wait. That just gives me... Oh, okay. So I need to get this. And this. Together. Okay. Okay. I want this. I need this and this. Oh, shit. Oh, this can go up as well. Hold on. Okay, it can't quite go there. Can it go there? Is the thing blocking it? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Where does it go? Oh, the fan. I need to power the fan. Okay. Where did I put the RGB thing? By the door. Okay. Oh, that's not the right place. That needs to be over a bit. That through there, that through there. Yeah, okay. Then I do this. Okay. Oh. Keep connections, but also add that one. Thanks. Cool. And then we go up here. Mainly, I want to do this before going to the tower.
Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
Because if there's a mechanic they introduce in this, that I'm there like, oh my goodness, I don't know what it is. How do I get to 8? 8's this way, apparently. But I do need to pee real quick, so I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of 264. I will be right back. What do you mean the fish has been here the whole time? Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. There was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized. So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Oh, do you consider him a friend?
Of course. My best friend, in fact.
Aww.
And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries.
Aww.
A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
I like that you can disagree and still be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
What do you think of the megastructure?
I don't know. It's obviously impressive, but I think we should be very careful. We're dealing with powers we don't really understand.
What do you think of the lab I found?
I think the only reason to build a lab in so remote a location is because you're trying to hide what you're doing. Or because what you're doing is dangerous.
What does the goal mean to you?
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility.
I like that.
Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
What could these puzzles mean?
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them, were used as part of the process that created the founder, and they're still part of how we're born. They symbolize the human ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation. So, to answer your question, no idea.
That's all, thank you. I lost puzzle 8. It's over here. Entanglement. Ooh, fun. Hey. We don't have any sources yet, do we? Oh, we have a blue source. Do we have a blue need? Okay, I'll put this here for now then. Okay. We need to make green, and we have blue and I think red. Yeah, so let's... can I put these in a position where I get both? Oh, you bitch. Oh, they don't quite... So, I can get it here. And here. Is it meant to be here? No. What the fuck? It has to be in this middle section. And it can't be... Maybe? No. Okay, is this because of the wall or because of the... Oh my goodness, okay. So we have green. Oh fuck, that needs to stay open. Wait, maybe... Wait. Oh. It needs both. It needs both to power it. Oh, okay. It needs both of these to power it. Okay. I mean, we can just do this for now, right? Okay, we can open that and then... I've only got 2 things. Oh, I can take the fan off. Can I take the fan off? I can't take the fan off. I need that box and I can't take the fan off. And I can't close this door. If I close... Is there anything else in here? No. Okay. Something needs to... I need that box. Any ideas? Anyone got any ideas? Because there's no way to keep this door open. To get green, I have to be stood over there and that. There's like a whole thing. Ooh, how do I do this? Do you need to power the door to open it? This door? Or this door? Tell me which to grab the box. Yes. But I can power the door. I say confidently. I can power the door. But... I have to be stood here to power the door. The other light stand thing onto it. So you want me... So move this to here. Oop. So I need 2 doors open. Okay. I can open that door. Then this can't get to the source over there. This door needs to be open. Oh, maybe not. Maybe if I do this. You helped me out, actually. Thank you. Thank you. So now I believe I need to take this. I need this. I need this to go on here. I need this. I need this. And this. And this. And I need all of that. And I need that on there. Right? And then I need... I need it green as well. Hold on. No, let's undo that. Let's undo that. Let's take that for a sec. And then we put, hold on, we put this here, right? Can that reach where I want to reach? Ouch. Okay. Why can't red reach? Oh, this is why red can't reach. Got it. Okay, and then we get the green. Oh. Oh, actually, maybe. Can it just float? This is something I don't know. No. It needs the box. Can this one... Where is it? Where, No, this has to be like... I feel like we're so close. Okay, what if I move... I need the box on the fan, eventually. What if I move that here? Right, keep that open. Where can we move this to? Where red is still... Okay. We need green to open this, right? And we need green up in the air so that I can use this single color one differently and just put it here at the end, right? That's the end goal. I understand what I need to do there. What I wish I knew... Can I just... Thanks. Is how to do that. Could I... Yeah, it doesn't stay. I need the box. That should be self-sufficient. Okay, good. So now I don't need this. I can go green to green. There we go. Whew!
Odd. 1K solved all the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a brief blip in the system, though. Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
Oh, you were scanning. Okay. Does this do anything? Okay. We need to go to the golden bridgey thing. There's another question mark over there that I didn't see. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm just scared of going through the bridge, being locked out of this area. The previous games didn't. Oh my goodness. But I want to get up and on the thing. Okay, let's go to the... I can't even remember how to get out onto the bridge. Oh my goodness, I am so lost. Maybe it's through here. Okay, here we go. This question mark. Can you see it on my HUD? Yeah, you can. There's two. Okay. So that's... Which one's closer? One closest to the east. Well, maybe not. This one is writing.
Another one of those monuments.
Find my sprite and follow it until you lead it until it leads you back to me. Okay. Is this more underground engineering-y stuff?
This is very similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Glad I bothered to look then. Oh, that's cool. 3D hologram. Okay.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
Big server rack. I don't see any terminals. Terminals. Terminal. What about this one? What's this telling me? I can punch a hole through certain things. Wait. I can punch a hole through certain things when a device is powered? The Attican Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Soma. Enriched by trade with distant lands, fed by plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia, the empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen of Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? And the weather's changed. The crop stopped growing, trade collapsed, empire fell, its capital forgotten. Most likely culprit of the time is the 42 kilo-year artification event, the beginning of the Meghalayan Age, a non-anthropomorphic drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the early civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time in our existence in a much bigger picture. We live in a changing planet and a changing universe. Climatic optimums are temporary. Extinction is the norm. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were 2 more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold did breathe life into them, and their names were Eustanthus and Cornelius. The founder showed them that all she had discovered. Together they explored the dead city. Sorry, that's my dinner alarm. And saw the ruin to which mankind had fallen, and then the founder understood the sins of the past must not be repeated, and only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from Cornelius and Euthesius, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now it was upon the founder to complete this work after the resurrection. This matter Cornelius approved with great assistance. String of numbers. After many tribulations, the 10 were brought to life, and these 12 were born after the founder are called the first companions. These are their names. Eustanthus, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabahi, Byron, Melephus, Iano, Nima, Benaroya, and Lifresar. And then there's a comment. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Okay, there's a project and it's failed. Okay. Okay. Let's cross the bridge and call it there, and I think that's an adequate test of my thing. Well, let me just double check. No more question marks? I don't see any more question marks. Okay, it's bridge time. Oh fuck yeah, it's bridge time. I wonder if this is where, because they said that one of the first founders just kind of wandered off with a group of followers, right? I wonder if that's what happened here. Oh, it's also interesting that he actually told me I'd finished all the puzzles in the area. That's very pretty. Hold on. Bridge.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
Oh, I have different piece options. Okay. I'm out of pieces. Okay. Okay. It's a puzzle bridge, everyone. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh.
I was terrible at the Tetromino arrangers.
Those were actually the only ones I was good at. What? I'm just saying.
This reminds me of the first, like, hall that has a bunch of worlds in it in the first game.
Is that some kind of anti-gravity?
I'm not sure. Could be, I guess.
Okay.
In the beginning, the gods shaped humankind out of the clay of the earth and gave them life with their own breath. But who is closer to perfection? The creator or the created?
They're the same, for they share the same breath.
Different words may be spoken with the same breath. When Prometheus saw that humankind was more alike in nature to the gods than to the animals, he stole the secret of fire from Olympus and shared it with the mortals. Was his theft justified? Children must learn to help themselves. Angered by the betrayal of Prometheus, Zeus punished
I don't think I'm giving the right answers to the Sphinx.
Pandora. He gave her a box, and when she opened it, from inside escaped sorrow and suffering. All that remained within was hope. What does this mean?
Oh, shit. Hope may still be found if we're willing to look for it.
Those who seek hope should ask themselves why it was imprisoned with the world's evils. Creature of clay, you stand before the fire. Will it make you whole, or will it destroy you? Consider the shadows cast by the flame, but do not mistake them for truth.
What the fuck is that? That is... Oh, is that the thing where it... That is a big laser.
Guys, look at my stream. The beam 1K activated is connecting to the pyramid.
That looks like a massive amount of power.
Activate the Tower of the Grasslands Ring.
We need to talk about what just happened. Thoughts?
I'd say there are two distinct issues here.
I'd love to save.
What is the being 1K spoke to, and what is the function of the beam?
A beam opens door.
The Sphinx.
It seems similar to the apparition in New Jerusalem. Presumably the same technology.
What I'd like to know is what we're dealing with, ontologically speaking. Was this a sentient being or some kind of recording?
I'm not sure the interaction wasn't long enough.
That issue for now. What really matters here is what it was trying to achieve by asking those questions.
Testing.
Testing you to what? See if you're worthy?
That's an interesting thought. You solve the puzzles, you get access to the towers, you enable a beam, and if you do it 3 times, you get access to the megastructure.
Maybe, but why?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Make good progress with your form. Oh, hell yeah.
Everybody likes a good mystery.
You know what I like? Certainty.
We should be careful we don't know that this apparition isn't
I
benign.
still think we should proceed. 1K, keep solving puzzles. The rest of you, as you were.
Cool. Well, I'm going to call it there for this. So thank you very much for joining me for my test. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this very beautiful game. Yeah. Thank you for joining me. I shall see you tomorrow for Cassette Beast. Alright, much love. Mwah. Bye. Bye.